Welcome to the shop. I'm Dean with Dean's Woodworking. Today we are going to turn an ornament from just a little cedar stick, and these things sell for big bucks. So you're going to want to stay tuned, watch and see what we do. I think it's something you're going to be wanting to make yourself. What we're doing right now is marking out the center portion. This will be the bottom, that'll be the top. We'll go ahead and put this in a chuck. Usually like to do that before I tighten that down in the chuck once it's been between centers, because that's going to center it right back up. Okay, let's get started turning here. We'll start down here on the, what we're going to call the bottom. That way we have all this to reduce vibration and all that stuff. We're just going to go ahead and waste away quite a bit of wood here. Okay, we'll go ahead and come in with our bowl gouge here and do just a little bit more before we get down to the fine details. Now this cedar can be a little brittle. We'll be going slow with it. Probably not the best wood for turning finials out of. But then again, I just happen to think it might really look good. So we're going to give it a whirl. A few days ago, my brother-in-law asked me, he said, "Dean, what can I do to help the channel and help you out?" And I got to thinking, if my brother-in-law doesn't fully understand what to do to help the channel out, maybe a lot of other folks don't too. So therefore, I decided to talk to you guys for just a moment and let you know what you can do to help the channel out. Not only my channel, but other YouTube videos you watch. Number one, thumbs up. That does more to let YouTube know to promote the channel than probably anything else. The other thing that every YouTuber likes to see is a subscriber count go up. So if you can subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and one other thing, comment on the video. Let YouTubers, including myself, know that you think we're doing a good job, or maybe we're not doing a good job, and you could help us by saying, "Hey, I didn't like that you were too tight on the turning, or not close enough, or I couldn't see this." Whatever you think would be helpful to us to be able to make better videos for you. Thanks for watching. Let's get back to turning, okay? And of course, those that have been watching me for a while know that the little flame tip's probably my favorite. So, of course, that's what we'll do today. Let's do a double right there on this one. I don't do that very often. But it might look good here. There we go. And then we're just going to peel some more off. Okay. I'm going to hit this skew with a little bit of a sharpening. I'll show you guys what I do to sharpen the skew. I don't take it to the grinder every time. I'll start with the diamond stone, or back here, and then as I pull it forward, I'll rotate it until it's just kissing that edge. And this one is, I think it's 1,000 on one side and 600 on the other. I'm using the 600 right now. What you don't want to do is carry it too far and round that edge over. And that's all it took to put an edge back on that. Let's pull this back just a little bit, and then we'll sand that very end down there. Some of you may be wanting to know how big that is. That's just about 1/8 of an inch right now. And then sand it just a hair smaller than that. So from there we'll come up into a little onion. Just need to match this up with the rest of that down there. And we're going to come in right about here. And we're going to round this over and make that an onion. Yes. You can get skate backs. And I'm still trying to get the hang of the skew here, guys. Some of you may not know, due to health reasons, it was about 2 years that I was not able to turn. Well, we are back at it now. I thank the good Lord above for being able to be back at it. Let's go ahead and grab our bowl gouge, and we'll put just a little bit of a cove coming down to this. We better hit this with some sandpaper. I should have already done this, guys. You see out here on the end, I'm just going to start with 220. I don't think I need any more than that right there. I may not need any more than that back here. The one thing when you forget sand like that, you better be real careful with the pressure. Let's stop that and take a look at it, make sure we're okay. I believe we are. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to bring this back just a little bit. Okay, let's see. I'll be able to bring this down to about right there. I'll bring this one down just a little bit more. And we'll grab a detail gouge. So what we're going to do is just come in, round that over, and then round this back in. Then we're going to round this over and round that back in. Same with each one of these. And once again. Now that we've done that, we're going to come in with some 220 sandpaper, and we're just going to hit that real quick. And we'll go ahead and grab our bowl gouge again. Some of you may be wondering why I'm using a bowl gouge on a spindle. Just because I'm more comfortable with it. You can use a spindle gouge, bowl gouge, it really doesn't matter. At this point, we're just kind of wasting away wood. Let's just double check that little V we cut there. That's about right. Okay, so we have this turned. All we've got to do is put some finish on it and part it off and put a little eyelet in the top of it. I'll put the little eyelet in off camera because that's just drilling a little hole and putting an eyelet in. So let's go ahead and put some finish on it and watch this thing pop. I don't know about you guys, but I think that looks pretty awesome. We'll let that sit there and dry, and I'll be back in just a little bit to part it off. Okay, so let's hit this with a little cloth and wipe off any excess. Of course, I'll get a fingernail up in each one of those grooves to get that out. We don't want any clumping up in there. We're going to come in with our detail gouge. We're just going to bring that right there, right on around. Let's see here, we'll give ourselves just a little bit of room there. We don't need much. It's already not running true. Now folks, all we're going to do is run a little bit of sandpaper over that, and I mean it won't take much. This is 80 grit, and that's really all it takes. We'll dab just a little bit of boiled linseed oil right there on the top, because that's in grain. It'll soak in really, really fast. I let that other sit for about 30 minutes before I came and wiped it off, but just for showing you guys what this looks like, we can wipe it off right there. That is our Christmas ornament, guys. That's our Christmas ornament right there. Bring it in so you can see some of the detail. Folks, I hope you enjoyed the video, and get out there in your shop and make some of these. You may be thinking, my God, it's hot, he's sweating, it's July, and why are we making Christmas ornaments? Well, best time to sell your ornaments is September, October, and November. By December, anybody that's buying them probably has already done so. So it's time to get in the shop, get these made now so that you have a stock of them to sell at the craft fairs in the fall. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy turning.